Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the English podcast.
We're really happy you're here with us today.
Before we start, quick reminder, if you enjoy learning English with real conversations, don't forget to like this episode and subscribe to our channel.
Yes, because when you subscribe, you don't just support us. You support your own English journey.
Today's podcast is a little special.
Yes, absolutely. Today's episode is specially made because of one of our subscribers' requests.
And if she's watching right now, she'll definitely know exactly what we're talking about.
Thank you so much for sending your request. Honestly, we love it when you tell us what you want to learn.
Exactly. Because this podcast is not just our podcast, it's your podcast.
So today, we're talking about something very small, but very powerful in English.
Yes, 3 tiny words, but they confuse almost everyone.
Be, been, and being.
When beginners hear these words, they panic.
They think, oh no, grammar.
But relax, today there is no grammar stress.
No rules on the board.
No boring definitions.
Just conversation, real life, easy English.
And by the end of this podcast, you'll feel more confident.
Not perfect, but confident.
And confidence is more important than perfection.
Always.
Okay, let's start very softly.
Yes, slow and easy.
Tell me something. When you were learning a new language, did you feel scared to speak?
All the time. I was afraid of making mistakes.
Same here.
I remember thinking, what if I use the wrong word?
What if people laugh?
Exactly.
And many of our listeners feel the same.
So today, if you're listening and thinking, I'm not good at English.
Let me stop you right there.
Yes, stop that thought.
You're not bad at English.
You're just learning.
And learning takes time.
Now, let's come back to our 3 words.
Be, been, and being.
They look similar,
They sound similar.
but they are used in different moments of life.
Not grammar moments.
Life moments.
Let's start with the simplest one.
The word be,
Be is like a base word.
a starting point,
We often use be when we talk about something in general.
or something that is not fixed yet.
Let me give a very easy example.
Yes, real life, please.
Okay, I say, I want to be confident in English.
Nice sentence.
I'm not saying I am confident.
And you're not saying you were confident.
I'm talking about a wish,
A goal.
something I want in my life.
Exactly.
So be is often connected to dreams
Or advice.
or instructions.
For example, a teacher says, be quiet, please.
Or a friend says, be careful.
Or your mother says, be kind.
These are not long actions
They're simple ideas.
and very common in daily English.
Now, let me ask you something, Emma.
Go ahead.
If I say, I want to be happy, is that correct?
Yes, perfect. Simple English, very natural.
No stress.
Now, listeners, think about your own life.
Say it with us.
I want to be blank.
Maybe successful.
Maybe confident.
Maybe better at English.
That's be.
Okay, now let's slowly move forward.
Not fast.
No running.
Let's talk about been.
Ah, yes, this one scares people.
Yes, people say, Emma, when do I use been?
And they look very worried.
So let's calm everyone down.
Been is usually connected to the past.
But not just any past.
It's about experience.
Something that happened before.
Let me give a simple example.
Please do.
I have been tired today.
That feels natural.
I'm talking about my experience.
You're feeling earlier.
Yes.
Another example.
I have been to New York.
Ah, very common sentence.
I'm not saying I am in New York now.
And not saying I will go.
I'm saying I experienced it before.
So been often means I was there or I experienced it.
Exactly.
Listeners, this is important.
You don't need to remember grammar names.
Just remember feeling.
Been equals experience.
Life experience.
Good or bad.
For example, I've been nervous speaking English.
Oh yes, very honest sentence.
Many listeners feel that.
But now they're trying.
They're listening.
They're improving.
And that's something to be proud of.
Absolutely.
Now let's talk about the third word.
Yes, the most interesting one.
Being.
This word talks about now.
Something happening at this moment.
Or around this time.
For example, I say, I'm being honest with you.
That means right now.
In this moment.
Another example.
I say, the child is being very quiet today.
That means today, not always.
But today, yes.
So being is temporary.
Yes.
It can change, like moods or situations.
Let's compare.
Okay.
I say, he is quiet. That sounds like a personality.
But he is being quiet.
That sounds like right now.
Exactly.
See? No heavy grammar.
Just feeling.
Now let's slow down again.
Yes.
Be, dream, advice, idea.
Been, experience, past.
Being, happening now.
Simple. And remember, you don't need to master this today.
Just understand it.
And use it slowly.
Even one sentence a day is enough.
Before we end part 1, let me say something.
Yes.
Making mistakes in English is not shameful.
Not at all.
Staying silent is worse.
Because language is for speaking.
For connection, for confidence.
And you're already doing great. So now that we've eased into the topic, let's talk honestly. These 3 words, be, been, being, confuse even confident learners.
And that confusion doesn't come from grammar books.
It comes from fear.
Yes, fear of sounding wrong. People often tell me, I understand English when I listen, but when I speak, my mind freezes.
And many times, be, been, being are the reason.
Exactly.
Because they look small, but they carry time, feeling, and meaning.
So let's slow down and understand them like humans, not students.
Let's start with be, but not like a classroom rule. Let's think about real life.
When do we use be in daily life?
Usually when we talk about hopes, advice, or future situations.
For example, imagine someone starting a new job. A friend might say, just be confident, you'll do fine.
Here, be is not about now or before. It's about mindset. It's about intention.
Another commonplace is polite advice or requests, like, please be on time tomorrow, or try to be patient with yourself.
So, be is simple but powerful. It's open. It doesn't lock you into time.
Now let's move to been. This is where people usually panic a little.
Yes, because been always connects past and present. It tells a story that started earlier and still matters now.
Think about your own life. If you say, I have been busy this week, you're not only talking about the past, you're explaining why you feel tired now.
Exactly. Or when someone says, I've been learning English for 2 years, that sentence carries effort, time, and consistency.
And notice something important. Been never stands alone. It needs support, have or has.
Yes, you don't say, I've been tired. You say, I have been tired.
And emotionally, been often explains a situation. It answers the silent question, why?
Now let's talk about being. This one is interesting because it's very human.
Yes, being often talks about behavior, especially temporary behavior.
Imagine you meet a friend who is usually cheerful, but today they are quiet. You might say, you're being very quiet today. Is everything okay?
That sentence doesn't judge the person. It only talks about this moment.
Exactly. That's why being feels emotional. It notices change.
We also use being when something is happening around us, like, it's being difficult to focus today.
So let's connect all three with one situation.
Okay, imagine someone learning English.
They say, I want to be fluent one day. That's a goal.
Then they say, I have been practicing every night. That shows effort.
And finally, I'm being more confident when I speak now. That shows change in behavior.
Same person, same journey. 3 different words, 3 different meanings.
And when you understand them like this, they stop feeling scary.
They start feeling useful,
And most importantly, they start coming naturally when you speak.
which is exactly what we want.
Okay, now that we understand be, been, and being, let's talk about something very real, mistakes. Because honestly, this is where most learners panic.
Absolutely. I see this all the time. People know the words, but when they start speaking, their brain freezes. They think, wait, is it be or been or being? And then nothing comes out.
Yes, and that fear is worse than the mistake itself. I always tell learners making a mistake in English is not a crime. It's actually a sign that you're trying.
Exactly. Silence is more dangerous than a wrong sentence. When you stop talking because you're scared, you stop learning.
Let's take a very common mistake. People say, I am been tired. I hear this a lot.
Yes, that sentence sounds familiar, and it's wrong, but it's a good mistake because it shows the person is thinking about past and present together.
So let's fix it gently. We don't say am been. We say I have been tired because been needs support. It needs have or has.
Right. Think of been as a word that doesn't like being alone. It always wants a partner.
That's a cute way to remember it. Been is social. It needs company.
Now another funny one, people say, I being happy today.
Yes, I've heard that too. And again, the idea is correct, but the structure is not.
The correct sentence is, I am being happy today. Or more naturally, I'm being very positive today.
And notice something important here. When we say being, we often talk about temporary behavior, not permanent personality.
Exactly. If I say, you are being very kind today, it doesn't mean you're kind forever. It means right now, in this moment.
But if I say you are kind, that's your character. That's who you are.
This difference is powerful. Small grammar change, big meaning change.
Let's make it even more real. Imagine a couple talking at home.
Uh-oh, real-life English coming.
One person says, "Why are you being so quiet today?" That means today is different from usual.
Yes, but if they say, why are you so quiet, it sounds more like a general complaint.
Exactly. Being softens the sentence. It feels less attacking.
This is why grammar is not just rules. It's emotion, it's tone, it's relationship.
I love that you said that. English grammar is actually emotional grammar.
Now, let's talk about confidence. Many learners think, I must speak perfect English, but that idea is wrong.
Very wrong. Even native speakers don't speak perfect English. They pause, they repeat, they correct themselves.
All the time. I do it daily.
Me too. And nobody dies because of it.
So when you say, I have been learning English, and you make a small mistake, don't stop. Continue the sentence. Flow matters more than perfection.
Yes, communication first, grammar later.
Let's give listeners a small confidence exercise.
Good idea. Everyone listening, try this sentence out loud, even if you're alone.
I have been practicing English, and I am getting better.
Beautiful sentence. It uses been and being idea without stress.
And if you say it wrong the first time, say it again. That's learning.
Remember, English is not a test. It's a tool.
And tools are meant to be used, not locked away.
Now that we understand be, been, and being, this is the most important question, Jack. How do people actually use these words in real life without stopping to think about grammar?
Yes, because in real life, no one says, Wait, let me remember the rule. They just speak.
And that's exactly what learners want. They don't want rules in their head, they want confidence in their mouth.
So in this part, let's slow everything down and connect these words to real situations, daily life, work, relationships, emotions.
Because English lives there. Let's start with be, the simplest form, but also the most powerful.
People often think be is too basic to matter, but actually, be is everywhere.
Think about advice. Parents, teachers, friends, what do they say?
They say things like, be careful, be honest, be yourself.
Notice something important here. These sentences are not about time.
They're about choice.
Yes, when someone says, be patient, they're not talking about the past or present. They're talking about how you should act.
That's why be is often used in advice and instructions.
Let's imagine a real situation. You're starting a new job.
Your manager might say, be on time, be respectful with clients, be open to learning.
No grammar stress, no tense confusion, just guidance.
And learners should remember this. When English talks about how to act, be often appears.
Now let's talk about dreams. This is where be becomes emotional.
People say, I want to be successful. I want to be confident. I want to be fluent in English.
These sentences are not about now. They're about becoming.
Exactly. Be connects who you are now to who you want to be.
And that's powerful for learners because language learning is a journey.
So when someone says, I want to be better at speaking, that sentence already shows hope.
Now let's move to been. This word carries experience.
Yes, been tells a story about time.
But learners get confused because been never stands alone.
It always comes with have or has.
Let's connect it to real life. Think about how people talk about their day.
Someone might say, I've been busy today.
This does not mean they are busy forever.
It means the day started, things happened, and the effect continues until now.
Now think about emotions.
I've been stressed lately. I've been feeling tired. I've been worried about my future.
These sentences are very human. They show duration.
Not a moment, not 1 second, but a period of time.
Another very common use of been is experience.
For example, I've been to New York. I've been to that restaurant before.
This tells us something important. You went, you experienced it, and now that experience lives with you.
You're not saying when exactly.
Because it's not important.
What matters is the experience itself.
This is why been is often used in conversations about life stories. Now let's talk about being. This one is special.
Yes, because being often talks about behavior.
And behavior can change.
That's the key word, change.
Let's imagine a real-life conversation. A friend says to you, "You're being very quiet today."
That doesn't mean you're always quiet.
It means right now something is different.
Temporary.
Exactly. Being shows something happening now or around now.
This word appears a lot in relationships.
Yes. People say things like, "You're being rude," "You're being kind," "You're being too hard on yourself."
Notice how emotional these sentences are.
Because they're not labeling a person forever.
They're talking about a moment.
And that's important. It makes communications softer.
Saying, you are rude sounds permanent.
But saying, "You're being rude," leaves space for change. Now let's put be, been, and being together in one life story.
Imagine someone learning English.
They might say, "I want to be fluent."
That's be, a goal.
Then they say, "I've been practicing every day."
That's been, effort over time.
And finally, "I'm being more confident when I speak."
That's being, change happening now.
See how natural that feels? No rules spoken, just meaning.
Let's quickly touch mistakes without fear.
Because mistakes are part of learning.
Some learners say, I am been tired.
But we gently correct it to, I have been tired.
Some say, I am be careful.
But we say, be careful.
And sometimes people avoid being because they're unsure.
But it's okay to say, I'm being honest. I'm being serious.
English is forgiving when intention is clear.
If learners remember only one thing from this episode, what should it be?
That English is not about perfection, it's about connection.
Be helps you express who you want to become.
Been helps you share your journey.
And being helps you talk about who you are right now.
You don't need to rush.
You don't need to fear mistakes.
Just keep speaking.
Keep listening.
And slowly, English will start feeling natural. If this episode helped you understand English more clearly,
Please like this video and subscribe to Talk Emma, the English podcast.
we're here to make English simple
Human.
and part of your real life. Bye, everyone.